Okay, so we've just applied the primers and we've let them have a minute to dry out. I'm going to do this fill with the classic gels. Now it's kind of not a true classic gel fill because I am going to go ahead and use our Options OptiBond for my bonding gel. It's my favorite bonding gel. It's a little bit more flexible than the classic bonding gel, and so I think it just has the best adhesion because it flexes a little bit more with the natural nail. So I'm just going to apply this around the cuticle. You don't need it to go all the way over the entire extension because there's already gel on there, but if for some reason you had lifting on the free edge or something and you needed and you had some natural nail exposed on the free edge, then just apply it to the whole nail. It doesn't matter. It's not going to hurt anything applying it to the entire nail. So you don't want to get it all in the cuticle. You don't have to scrub it on and do all this. Just get it on the nail, move on. So this is the UV LED OptiBond from the Options line, so it will cure in 30 seconds in LED light or 2 minutes in a standard UV light. So I'm just going to drop her in the light, go to the next hand. So the reason I'm going to go ahead and use Natural, which is our classic, one of our classic building gels, is because I just feel like it has excellent adhesion for and wearability for a lot of people. It goes on slightly thicker than Enhance, but for someone that wears longer nails, I just feel like it just flexes just a little bit more, and it wears beautifully. So for my clients that wear longer nails, I typically will pull my Natural instead of my Enhance. But if you're only using the Performance line and you're sticking with the LED, then you can pull the Balance. Balance is a similar consistency to Natural Pink or Natural Clear, and the Balance line is a little bit more flexible than Enhance. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a little bit on my brush, and I'm going to pillow it up towards the cuticle and then glide it down over the nail. I see a black lint in there. Must come out. Gonna grab that with my nipper. Come out, come out.
Sure.
Hi Sherry, how you doing? Alright, that's out. In the real world we get lint and it's a pain in the butt. Even when you're using soft landings and a paper topper, you can still get lint. Alright, so I'm applying it on the nail, and then as usual I always brush off the free edge because I don't want extra product bulking up the free edge at all. And I don't finish file this. So as you can see, the line of light Natural goes on relatively smooth, and then it continues to smooth out as I'm moving from nail to nail. One of the other reasons that I like to use Natural as opposed to Balance and Enhance is simply because I don't have to freeze the nails when I go to do the thumb, because Natural doesn't really self-level as quickly as the other ones, and so I can do all 5 fingers and get it in the light, which is really nice. So just another little reason why. As you can see, that really smooth, good application. See how thin it is if you look at the cuticle? It's a very thin application. So it's the same technique that I do with the 30-day manicure. Even though her nails are longer, this gel, when you balance it with the colors, are going to be really strong. So you don't have to build a very thick nail at all. Just apply the product, glide it over the nail, and you're basically doing it like a thick gloss is how I like to explain it to people, because you don't want to drag the nail. You're not letting your bristles flare out. You're floating over the nail. So you almost want to keep that kind of a level with your brush. So I'm going to push it and pillow it towards the cuticle. That keeps all my gel right there. And then I'm just going to float it over the nail. Around and thumb. So when it comes to timing, typically my removal and my prep, getting to the point where I'm applying my OptiBond, is about half an hour. So if I can be ready to apply gel at the half-hour mark, I'm doing good for my time. So look at what you're doing for your speed. If it's taking you half an hour just to remove, you need to figure out ways to speed up removal. If it's taking you 25 minutes just to prep the nails, you need to figure out how to speed up prep. So check the time for the next couple of clients and see what it is that you're spending the most amount of time on, so that you can work on ways to speed that up.
CR, is this a fill or 30-day manicure?
It's the same. I don't really distinguish between the two, and the reason is because it confuses clients. A lot of people don't want to fill because they think it's a fake nail, and so I stopped really using the word fill very much, or I have it as a slash on my appointment book where it's a 30-day manicure / fill, because it's extremely thin. She's got a little bit of an arch in there because of her natural arch and because I'm trying to keep this a bit of an almond shape. But it's the same. I charge the same for it. It's the same process. It's the same technique. Okay, go on in. And with the natural gels, I'm going to be flash curing this because it gets hot pretty quick. So I'm literally one off and then I turn it off. And so that's going to make it so that it starts to cure, but those molecules are slowing down. So as I'm working on the second hand, after I finish a nail, I'm going to flash it again. And so it eliminates the in and out. So a lot of us who've been doing nails a long time, you know, you get into gels and your clients have to do the gel dance and they're in and out, in and out, in and out. And what happens? They bump their nails and it drives you crazy because then you have to fix it. And if it's already started curing, then you have to file it and then you have to fix it. And it's like the worst thing ever. So I love this new hybrid lamp because it's not like a lot of lamps where the timer starts. So I'm going to flash 1, 2, off. It's not like a lot of lamps where you put the hand in and it starts curing and you can't control it because the timer is either going to continue going or you can't turn it off. Those are great, those have a place, but it's much easier if you can control the light turning on and off instead of your clients going in and out, because a lot of times they'll also think, oh, it didn't get hot, I can go right back in the light, but it takes 3 seconds for you to feel the heat when it's actually started getting warm. So if you can allow those molecules to slow down a little bit longer where you're not feeling anything, 1, 2, off, then your clients are going to be much more comfortable not having to deal with the heat.
Suki loves the lamp and he truly agrees.
Yes. Hi, Suki. We missed you at camp this year. Especially Q, who had no other guys in his cabin. So you must come next year and join Q. He's a cool guy. All right, so see how it has like a little lip in the front? You can see the line of light. Sorry, let me move it over. Do you see the line of light where there's that lip there? That drives us all crazy. This is why I brush down the front. And it's just gonna smooth right out into that without having that lip there. Gone. See that? Totally gone. Super important. That's why I'm always brushing down off the front of the nail, because I don't like that lip. And I don't want to have to finish file. If it was there when I go to apply my color, I'm going to have to hit it really quick with a file. And I don't want to do that. Oop, I didn't turn the light on. So now that it's had plenty of time to flash cure those first 3 nails, I can turn it on and let it finish curing. With the hybrid lamp, it cures classic gel in a minute. So I just turn it on the minute timer, and obviously it's already gotten some of that time because I've been flash curing it. So it's definitely going to be plenty cured when it finishes. But now that it's already flash cured, do you feel any heat? No heat. So you've controlled the amount of heat by flash curing it with these first 3 nails. So, and she hasn't gone in and out of the light bumping her nails, which is nice.
And I usually do every time.
And she usually does she's a bumper, and we don't want to deal with bumpers.
No.
So, again, I'm just going to push the product up around the cuticle. I made a little tail, I see that. It's gone now. It's going to be gone. So the great thing about natural, and one of the reasons, this is why I fell in love with Akzentz, is because if you don't touch the cuticle with the product, it's not going to run into it. It's almost like a floodgate. If you touch the cuticle with wet gel, it's constantly going to want to go there because it's going to want to self-level to that spot. But with this natural gel, if you don't touch the cuticle, it will not try to self-level there. It's only going to self-level where you put product, which is awesome. Because yeah, when you touch the cuticle, you're constantly taking your orange with stick and you're pulling it out of the cuticle, and I hate chasing gel. So some nail techs work really well with runny gels. I am not one of them. I want a gel that's going to self-level but not run all over the place. So I'm just going to double check these and make sure that I don't have any of those funky bumps that I'm talking about. You can see the line of light. This is a very, it's pink, but it's a very clear pink. So I'm just pulling any excess off here. I don't finish file, so I want to make sure that this is going to be perfect for applying my color, so she's ready to go. All right, go ahead. So what we're going to be doing next on her is blush. Oh, off. is blush and some glitter, so I can go ahead and start a new video with her art application and color. Thanks all.